Good day, everyone. Here again is Ray Magtarayo, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For today, I will be talking or give people some tips on how to find an AIPP designated employer and get your dream job offer to qualify for immigration under the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. If this is your first time to be seeing or watching my videos, I create videos, provide tips, and give advice on how to help people to immigrate here in Canada. And if this is something that you would be very much interested to, please hit the subscribe button below and hit the notifications so you would be able to get instant notifications whenever I upload videos. Finding a job here in Canada from outside of the country might be very difficult and challenging for lots of people. That is why I created this video to give you 10 tips on how you could find an AIPP designated employer and get your dream job offer to process your immigration through Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Tip number 1. Make sure that you qualify for the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. A lot of people are just thinking that by finding a job offer from an AIPP designated employer will instantly give them access to come and immigrate here in Canada without even assessing themselves. It is very important that you know your qualifications and at least meet the minimum requirements of the program. You should be able at least to have a year of experience from the NOC that you are applying for. You also need to make sure that your education level meets the minimum requirement for the AIPP program, which is a high school graduate. High school graduate in your home country does not automatically mean that it is equivalent to high school graduate here in Canada. Each countries have their own different education system, and that is the reason why people are required to get an ECA or Education Credential Assessment. For example, I've known some people from the Philippines who got a job offer from an AIPP employer and they are graduates of high school. However, when they process their ECA, it gave them problem because the equivalence of their high school graduate education in the Philippines does not equate to the same here in Canada. So that is one of the reasons why the application got refused and was not processed by their employers. Another requirement that people should be thinking is that they would be able to provide police clearances from all the countries where they live for a minimum of 6 months. Another requirement is to make sure that you have at least the minimum settlement fund required to qualify for the program. And of course, you have the proper English proficiency or the IELTS. Tip number 2. Prepare your CV or resume. Canada employers receive several applications and resumes every day. They check and browse through all of them and filter which people or candidates they will consider for interview. For employers who are actually receiving lots of resumes, they don't have much of time to spend with each and every one of them. And the reason is it is very important for your resume to look appealing, straightforward, detailed, free from grammars and spelling mistakes, so that the employers would have a good positive impression of you as a candidate. Resumes which are free from mistakes, spelling errors, and easy to read and understand gets the preference over the others. Tip number 3. Check the list of AIPP designated employers. Each province has its own list. You could check and see that in each of the provinces' official website. When you browse for AIPP designated employers, it is very important to see and filter them out to make sure that the company that you're looking for is something that is actually related to your work of experience. It is also very important that you check the company website, look for contact details such as email addresses and phone numbers. Tip number 4, contact the employers directly. Once you have their phone numbers and email addresses, it would be helpful if you would give them a call or send them an email. Inquire if they are looking for people to hire from overseas. With that, you would get a first-hand answer from the company and you would be informed whether they are hiring and you can send your application. If they say that they're not hiring at the moment, inquire if they are planning or intending to hire people in the future so that you could plan accordingly. Another option that you could do if you find it very costly, ask your friends or your family members who are already in Canada to call the employers on your behalf and ask them the same questions that you would want to ask to the employer. Tip number 5, grow your network. With the age of social media, there are several medium or platforms where you could sign up to extend your network. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter are available. Professionally, you could sign up on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a social media platform where you could connect with different professionals in your industry. What you could do is sign up, make an account, and connect with people who are actually working to the company that you are actually looking to join. And with this, you could instantly send messages or inquire to those people if they are actually looking or hiring from overseas. LinkedIn also has a feature which is called Jobs. It gives you an opportunity to browse job availabilities from different countries, from different parts of Canada. Tip number 6, create profiles in different job sites such as Indeed.ca, Monster, the Job Bank. This gives you an opportunity to access all the job availabilities here in Canada. It is very important that when you're looking for a job, you search for one of the job offers from one of the Atlantic provinces to be considered for AIPP. These are jobs from Newfoundland and Labrador, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Islands. Tip number 7, get your documents and requirements readily available. Some employers would prefer people who already have their IELTS English exam and their ECA or Educational Credential Assessment readily available than those candidates who are still to process theirs. Tip number 8, watch out for any recruitment events, job fairs, or information session that might take place in your country of residence. New Brunswick is one of the provinces that is known to come and visit different countries to conduct activities such as this. This gives you an opportunity to meet with the Canadian employers, discuss your job opportunities, and create an opportunity to live and come here in Canada. Tip number 9, send as many applications as you could. When looking for a job, you cannot just rely on your single application. It is very important to look for multiple companies that might be looking for people to employ from outside of Canada. Send as many applications to increase your chance of getting a response from an employer. And finally, tip number 10, prepare for your interview and nail it. Once you have been contacted by your preferred employer and ask you for an interview, you need to make sure that you prepare for it. Remember all the things that you've been through just to get this interview. It is very important that you know something about the company and you know what kind of job you are applying for. The company would look for your personality during the interview. So don't be stressed and act naturally. Have fun. People are considering you and your character to bring into their company. And that is the reason why they want to see you as you. Be yourself. Those are the tips that I have for you all. I hope that it is very helpful and you learn something from it. If you like this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button once again and click the thumbs up. If you want to comment inside, please feel free to do so. Thank you.